Hello and welcome back for part 4 of This is Total War with Throgg. So, lined up an assault against the Sarl encampment last turn, or last part rather, but I want to just check on something before making this assault. So I'm a little concerned about what could be in the fog of war here. I know that there's troops, the Varg have their army up this way and more troops here in Naglfari Plain, but I want to just do the same check I did last turn from the diplomacy to look at trespasses against the Varg to get a clue for whether it's likely there's other armies around. Because I have to make the decision about sacking or occupying before actually getting the terrain revealed from taking the territory. So World Walkers, they were at -4, I believe. Yeah, and trespasses against Varg has decreased to -2, so that means there's no new World Walkers army in Varg territory, which basically means there's no way they have troops sort of in the middle of Norsca.
Your will.
And the Hellspire tribe, I believe the trespasses were at -10, and it's gone down to -8. Okay, perfect. So I'm pretty confident. Yeah, I'm pretty confident here that there's no military presence here. There's definitely an army here, but they're not going to be able to get to the Sarl encampment in one turn. And so I can just go ahead and occupy this. And I'll wait over the end turn to replenish this army to full. That should all work out really well. Alright. So let's go ahead and fight this battle. So yeah, some Marauder champions I have to watch out for. And then the rest just normal Marauders. Also get to try out Throgg's new magic sword. Okay. Yeah, so it's definitely the case right now that I have a couple too many javelin guys for the amount of frontline I have. But in this battle, it shouldn't matter.
Hungry and angry.
Have the wolves run interference again. It's worked well.
Chaos good.
But yeah, put the ice trolls in this flank. I think this is where the Chaos Marauder champions will be. So I'll have Throgg opposite them. I think I'll actually have these Marauders off to the side. I don't want to take any damage on them if I can possibly avoid it. See if I can get the Marauder Hunters to basically come out of formation. Just distract them. Yeah, so here's the Marauder champions. Well, slowing them down is good too. Okay, so the whole formation is a little all over the place. Okay. Let's go ahead and advance on them then. Yeah, they've got their javelins, their hunters positioned at the front. See if we get the turn around here. Yep.
Okay. I'm ready.
May as well get a use out of Throgg's new magic sword. That did a bit of damage. Should get Throgg too. Yeah. I don't really want their javelin guys to be able to just reshoot. Ooh, that was too close. Okay, vomit on these ones.
What? We want their eyes.
And yeah, go into melee. Okay, definitely need to focus fire on these Marauder champions. A lot of their units are breaking. Fimir, yeah, I can more or less trust the Fimir to run that unit down, I think. Yeah, definitely taking damage here. I don't think I've lost an ice troll yet. I came in with 14, I believe. I might be wrong about that. Okay, did not take too much damage here anyway. These Marauders are great weapons I need to take care of, although, yeah, they're going to take a ton of damage just here from the javelins. Alright, nice job. And yeah, we can just end the battle. One loss, huh? That seems acceptable. Yep, just occupy. Oh, I don't actually get too much line of sight revealed here. Oh, and I also... okay, this is interesting. So I forgot Doomkeep was here, somehow. Right, so... there may well be military presence in this area, although I see a little bit here, but not too much. There could have been troops in this area from the Hellspire guys, without it showing as a trespass against the Throgg. Yep. Okay.
Battle time is feeding time.
We are both
okay,
puppets,
but looking at this overall, they're just not very strong. I mean, their troops have clearly been weakened from the war they've been fighting against Wulfric. So, still not too concerned. I don't think there's anything that can attack Throgg over the end turn. Don't think there's any need to move out of Sol encampment. It's just the usual issue of, if you're actually in the settlement itself like this, like, your troops will get wiped out if you're attacked and lose. But between being more or less at full strength and just these kind of considerations for who could realistically get to us, I think it's okay. Also got a bit of blades revealed now. Yeah, no troops here. So Icedrake Fjord, which is where... this is Wulfric's starting settlement. Doesn't have troops here either. Okay, so where else does...
seeking jewels.
yeah, where else do you control?
Bring one to me.
Pack Ice Bay, okay. Which is just further along the coast here. Yeah. Oh, and Troll Fjord. So Worldwalkers, yeah, Worldwalkers are up to 3 settlements.
Northmen come.
Hellspire is still at 6. I think that accounts, yeah, can't believe that it counts for all the territory here. There's no extra Norscan tribe that I haven't somehow discovered. And we took over Sol encampment with this building that gives us 200 gold each turn. It's 5 turns before getting population surplus, and that's if Throgg stays here, because he's contributing a fair chunk of this. Yeah, almost all of it. So what do I want to do with this building slot? I could build defenses, I could go for growth, I could just leave it, make a bit of money. I think I just leave it, make a bit of money. So demolishing it would make 600 gold, but I think I can hold this territory for at least 3 turns, which basically makes the same, and if I get to hold it longer, that's kind of extra profit. I'm not going to do any building here, and public order is not fantastic, but not terrible. Yeah, military crackdown's what's helping, I guess. But there won't be a problem with a revolt for a while, at least. Alright, and then over here, 2 turns to go on these hero recruitment buildings. So the dwarves probably can't come take this unless they'd have to basically force march, and have this army move out to here, and then launch the attack on the second turn. I think we're safe from the dwarves. Kislev could have an army here though, and may move it out. We'll just have to see. It's kind of touch and go, I think. Yeah, so we're losing gold because Throgg isn't in raiding stance. But I'd rather get the extra replenishment from being in the settlement at the cost of a little extra money there. So whether I actually press on towards Naglfari Plain and Doomkeep and try and force Surtha down this way, or whether I have to come up to Altar of Spawns because he's heading there, I'm not sure. It could get quite awkward. Yeah, I think there's definitely a chance I don't manage to hold on to Sol encampment just because Throgg's not going to be able to be in 2 places at once. But yeah, it's just impossible to avoid that situation. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Because they didn't move out, and the dwarves are moving the other way. Okay. Interesting. And the World Walkers confederated Hellspire. Okay. So Wulfric took out the leader of the Hellspire tribe, forced fealty from all his followers. Negative growth in Altar of Spawns. Alright, that's annoying, but I mean, you can't do anything about those random events. Okay, I think that went... Yeah, still military presence here. I think we're gonna do it, unless there's Kislev army just like halfway. But I think we're gonna be able to get that completed. Let's just see here. So, should also keep an eye on the Skaven, because the Skaven could occupy Winterpire without me realizing. Though it looks like they have their hands full trying to hold off the dwarves though. We've sort of inadvertently made the dwarves a little stronger here, but actually, wow, Public Order's tanking here so hard because of the corruption. They might not be able to hold on to this. Oh, we may inadvertently bring back the Goromadni tribe. That'd be funny. Yeah, out of my hands now, of course. Okay, so same deal with Surtha Ek. Military presence 8, so that's 24 to 26 units. It's not clear. There could be troops. There could definitely be troops up by the Doomkeep. This is exactly a scenario where I really wish I had a hero to scout. Military presence 17, so I know... Yeah, they have more or less a full stack here. And there could be up to 1 stack in Doomkeep as well. So I think overall, World Walkers confederating Hellspire is fine. Generally speaking, you know, to have one enemy instead of two, if it's the same amount of territory they hold, is better, but the downside is that Wulfric has not got any other Norscan enemies now. He's just at war with me and Corone. I mean, yeah, I don't know. They often do send sort of raiding armies across the sea to Corone, but there's a good chance he just throws all his military might against us. So what does that mean? What does it all mean?
I rule. Crossbones.
Okay, let's look at Throgg here. I could get over to Doomkeep. I get over to Doomkeep and start raiding. But that might put me in attack range of them. Alternatively, I could stay in my own territory and just raid it. Because I've got... Let's just check something here. Oh, I don't have that extra 10% campaign movement range. So I've just got the 10% from...
I eat my enemies.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything for movement speed. I've just got Root Marcher. Just trying to gauge how far the enemy armies could move.
What?
Okay, nothing here. So it's okay to stand... Like, it's okay to stop within attack range of the enemy armies,
Out of my way.
provided I can retreat. So in other words, if I stay here, I think what I'm going to do is stay here, go into raiding stance. Obviously that tanks public order in my province, but that's alright. Yes, of course. That's the... Yes, okay, I forgot about that aspect of keeping your money building, because that income is just basically lost if I'm raiding it myself. Alright, I'll just demolish that building. I think I'd just rather have gold in hand. So what I was saying before is, so let's say there's a stack in Doomkeep. They can come and attack Throgg here, but I have the option to retreat, even if they bring, you know, a super strong army or something. And if I retreat, they can't then follow up. That's the position I've tried to set up here, and it's the same story for the guys in Nagafari Plain. And I believe I've left myself... I believe I'm just close enough to be able to attack Nagafari Plain next turn, or at least have that option. Okay. So next turn we're going to have an extra 600 from selling that building, which will get me to 6,400. So assuming that lets me... Assuming I manage to complete the buildings here, I can recruit all 4 of those heroes, and I should have enough money to at least pay them for a turn. And I can also then start demolishing those buildings and get much, you know, 60% of the gold back. So I think the financial situation's fine. But yeah, it helps so much if I had a hero to actually scout what was here. I mean, there's a question as well as to what's being recruited. So Varg Camp doesn't have any actual higher tier recruitment buildings, but they could have them here. That could be what they're recruiting out of global recruitment, is higher tier units, you know, berserkers, or potentially, you know, cavalry or whatever. They're not going to have stuff like mammoths yet, but it could still be units that I'd like to know about in advance. Okay, Olaf's back ready for duty, but I don't need him just now. Okay, let's move on.
All the world is meat for my grinder.
They actually want a peace treaty and they're willing to pay me money, but which is kind of encouraging, I guess. Like, they're not... Clan Mulder hasn't gotten crazy by any means at the start of this campaign. They're struggling a bit themselves, but obviously I'm refusing that. Okay, so there's Skaven in this area. Just saw an army for a second. World Walkers just declared war on 4 people. Classic Wulfric. Right, and no sign. Okay, military presence dropped off. Didn't drop off there. Okay. Let's see. Don't see military presence up there either. I don't. Yeah, it's only. These 3 are all part of the same province. And I don't see any. So I basically don't see any troops except 3 military presence here, which could be 9 to 11 units. So there could still be half a stack here. But the other troops have moved out somewhere. So now I have the option to make an offensive move, admittedly one with far from perfect information. I know there's almost a full stack here, and I know that you have 8 units in the garrison too. So probably don't want to be taking that battle. I'd like to fight this army outside if I could. One option is to spend some movement moving forwards, so I can at the very least come back to where I am next turn. I think I'll do that. I'm at full strength in terms of replenishment. Public order here is still poor, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. Okay, I can't reach Naglfari Plain. That's good to know, and that means they can't reach me from there either. That statement's not quite true, because they could have the technology that gives the extra movement range, but probably it's true. Okay, so here we have Frostworm Scale. Not a bad item. So we have an army here. Can't see exactly what's in it, but it looks like they've got a bunch of marauders.
You're a pretender.
This is
Denied.
11. So this is... Yeah, so this is all... They don't have any troops in Ice, Drake Fjord, or Longship Graveyard. They could have them moving across the terrain, obviously. The fact that this war declaration makes me think that Wulfric might have an army that's trying to mess stuff up in Bretonnia, or over this way. Yeah, I can't see. It says untainted 99%, but I can't actually see if there's like, you know, if Wulfric and his army are in that territory. I can't see if they're actually adding Chaos Corruption, unfortunately. Okay, so we have a decision as to what to do here. I think the decision is either attack Doomkeep or basically stay where I was, and I'm inclined to just attack Doomkeep. I think that'll probably provoke the troops here to come and attack me, which is probably fine. I could just sack Doomkeep, back off and raid. Okay, let's just give myself as much information as I can, because... I made it! Did get to both these recruitment buildings. So looking at this, I can recruit 2 Werkin. They cost 1100 each and they have 300 upkeep. Yeah, they're not cheap. That is something I was mentioning. Sadly, no good traits. I don't have Infernal Dominance or like Confident or Disciplined or anything. And I think these heroes can roll that. So Deathlaw, I have Tough and Perceptive. That's not great. Fire, I have Infernal Dominance and Aggressive. Okay, this is a good combination. +5 melee attack for all units in the army. And then I have Determined and Diabolic Splendor out of Law of Metal. Okay, so nothing good at all in those 2 laws, and those are also the worst laws. Aggressive is not great, but I may hire that guy anyway. Alright, so not the best roll on the hero's traits overall. Definitely picking up this guy. This doesn't do so much for my army, with it being mostly a missile army, but it's still powerful. I mean, it still helps our melee front line, still helps Throgg and so on. Also would help the whack in. Leadership aura size plus 40% when attacking. Enables poison attacks and ambush success chance. Campaign movement range. I have a feeling the campaign movement range on this hero does not apply if he's in an army. Like, I don't think it would give Throgg extra movement range. So I'm leaning towards hiring these two. Ugh, those traits are not good. And it's 600 no, it's 1,280 extra upkeep. Ouch. If I had all four. Alright, well, good to check. So I will do that. Let me just decide what to do here first.
No.
I'm definitely encouraged by these 2 units of Marauders. I think that means the rest of the army is probably not going to be particularly strong. It's a tier 2 garrison, so they don't have any stronger units. That's also good. Kind of need to keep fighting, keep making money. It's not that I want this territory necessarily, but I want to be able to pressure the Varg. The campaign is going to be very difficult if I'm having to constantly run back and try and cover myself on the other fronts. So let's attack Doomkeep. Maybe get closer and get more intel on what they have here.
A step too far.
Okay, and here I have Vision of Barden of the Hung. He's only got 15 units, okay. Don't see any of them though.
No.
But I can see all the recruitment options here now. Ooh, Icewolf Chariots. Oh, and they have the building that lets them recruit Icewolf Chariots. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, they can also get Marauder Berserkers and so on. Yeah, that's not too surprising. I mean, they have these other settlements too, so they in principle have access to more units out of global recruitment. So I mean, this was never going to be an army of just basic marauders, but yeah. Okay, let's attack this, see how much damage I take before deciding whether to sack it or occupy it. Okay, well, this is the best case scenario. Mono Marauder army. Balance of power is still in their favour just because they outnumber us, but I don't think this should be too difficult. Just need to position carefully. So they've got one unit of Marauder Hunters in the garrison, and the rest are just melee dudes. What do we want to do in terms of deployment? Yeah, these featureless Norscan maps don't really give too many options. I can try and... They're going to come towards me. I can try and just hold this hill. Yeah, let's give that a shot. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll know for next time. So I think I want... Oh, the hill's not big. I have more troops than there's space on the hill.
Chaos Marauders!
Okay, if I do something like this... Yeah, I think that's alright. I can probably move forward slightly. I don't think there should be any line of sight issues with the units behind. They're sort of at the crest of the hill. And yeah, I'll move them forwards. I just can't move this unit forward because it's right at the edge of the deployment. Throgg obviously goes in the middle. So we're going to have a weaker flank on this side, I think, which means Marauders, and then I'll have both my monstrous infantry units as the front line on this side, I think. Yep. Okay. Make sure everyone is off skirmish mode. don't need to have them in guard mode, and have the ice walls ready to disrupt them. Okay, so they are going to all come towards us. I could advance and try and engage part of their army a little earlier. I don't think I need to really do that. I'll move these guys forward a tiny bit. Actually, I can have my 2 ranks of javelin guys closer to each other than they currently are. That's the way to do it. Yeah. Okay. So here are the Marauder Hunters. I think I want to just delay this flank though, so let's get behind them. What's the range on this? 100 meters, okay. You can probably imagine just like it's going to make so much difference when I have my Shaman Sorcerers in this army. Like so much. Obviously they're a few levels away from this, but Burning Head, Flamestorm is going to really be effective against massed Marauder infantry. Okay, good. We're doing what I wanted. We're messing up the formation. Messing up the formation so much that I don't really know what to do here. Okay, let's try and have Throgg use his magic sword to hit that first unit. Kind of. Maybe they don't want to make an assault against me while I'm on the hill. Don't feel like that's really stopped any of the enemy armies previously, but they're really off it, huh? Yeah, they're just not interested in coming at me at all. Alright, well, I mean, I launched the attack, so it is on me to actually make something happen here. So fair enough, we'll abandon the hill. I mean, gave us a bit of an advantage, but that's alright. If you're not gonna come attack us, we will come to you. Okay, never mind. These advanced tactics of the AI, moving forward then back. Alright, yeah, you guys come back here. Gotta bomb it off. Yeah, Wolf's now out of position. I'll just run them around the flank. Just do as much disruption as I can with Throgg's abilities. Yeah, he's not getting a ton of kills, but it's doing a fair amount of damage. Okay. Yeah. Oh wow. Perfect. Pull these units out of position. Exactly what I wanted. Unfortunately, we're being a bit outflanked on the other side here. Let's make sure we're doing damage to the units coming in from the side. Our monstrous infantry is doing okay at holding. There's a lot of their units having leadership issues. We need to redeploy. Okay, you two kill them. You guys need to come focus down that unit. And you guys hit here. Yeah, not ideal to have Marauder infantry taking damage in melee here. Obviously going to take some casualties on them that I can't really avoid, but the center is held alright, and a lot of these units are breaking, having leadership problems. Yeah, we're winning that fight just because we've got silly Marauders are taking a ton of damage as usual. Okay, a lot of units routing here. Great. Throgg's fighting their general. Icewolves managed to break their missile unit. Okay, we lost most of these guys, but they actually held, which is really impressive.
Retreat! That's what the masters
Well, they held until they didn't. Yeah, that's fine. The unit won't be wiped out. We haven't taken too much of a damage here, honestly. Their stuff's all running here. Throgg really needs to just smash up the general. Drop the last one of these. Okay, good job. Break this unit. Didn't micro stuff so well. Got my javelin guys running into melee instead of throwing javelins. That's alright though. Yeah, the Icewolves did really well. They actually broke the troops they charged at. Almost have enough of their army routing.
Yes! Now! We want their eyes! That's what the masters bid!
Okay, a few more volleys.
Chaos Marauders! They will succumb!
Oh, the stuff's all shattered. Okay, we got them. We got them. Good. Stop firing. Oof. Okay, bit of a tough battle. Took quite a lot of damage on the Fimir in the center. Only lost one ice troll, that's good. Not too many casualties on my Marauders, and Throgg's at half health, but we can do some regeneration before the end of the battle. Yeah, that was tough. I mean, the strategy still basically worked. Like, the javelins do enough damage to rout the enemy infantry. Still, like, they're not coming at us. They didn't have a high enough tier units to be able to actually break us, but I'd really like another couple of frontline units, and what I'll do is I'll get when I get the Wekin heroes over here, they'll actually be pretty good for frontlining, kind of like what Throgg is doing, just face tanking. But the issue is right now, like, I mean, you saw that, you know, this unit of Marauders actually held and let their buddies throw javelins in melee, so that's kind of more useful than this Marauder infantry unit, honestly. So, like, yes, we're a bit skewed towards having too many missile troops and not enough front line, but I still think it's okay. So we'll add the 2 Weckins, we'll have at least one of the sorcerers. That'll be pretty good, I think. Yep, just waiting on some regeneration for Throgg. I think we're likely to be attacked over the end turn by the Varg army that's next door. Maybe that's a reason to just sack the settlement. I know this is tedious, but getting that extra health on Throgg is kind of important. He's really crucial as a frontliner for us. I always say, oh, I can get a bit of regeneration done at the start of the next battle, but often the start of the next battle, it's not long before the actual fighting starts, right? Well, okay, we can shepherd these units towards the edge of the battle on the other side. And once they get close to the corner, I can't really stop them from running off, but no, there they go. Nice. So I'll go up to 6.6k HP. I have to say I've been very impressed with Throgg himself in these battles. There was one of the battles, I think it was the first one, where his leadership almost broke, but he hung in there, and then he's done a good job of just bopping the enemy lords. And his vomit attack is decent against the clumped up Marauder infantry. And yeah, the fact he can, you know, I don't know what his regeneration limit is, but yeah, it's like 6,000 hit points every battle. So, I mean, if you think about it, he's got 8,000 hit points total, and he's got like 3/4 of that again. So he's effectively got like 14,000 hit points in principle. It's not really accurate, but in some situations he could have as much as that, which is a big old HP pool for tanking damage. Well, these Marauders have been very obliging. I mean, they don't want to get eaten by the wolves, so I understand the dilemma, but the fact that I've managed to stop them getting off the battlefield, get what is essentially a full heal on Throgg, is really nice. Something I haven't mentioned is that we're getting quite close to having a high enough rank on Throgg to be able to start recruiting Regiment of Renown, which hasn't played a big role in many of my other campaigns. I guess I used them a bit in the Arkan campaign, but some of those units are, especially because we're kind of going, we're sort of going for quality over quantity here. I'm just not able to afford to field like many armies, so I kind of want to make Throgg's army as strong as possible, and the Regiment of Renown units go towards that. Alright, just a few seconds left, and Throgg will be full HP again. That's going to do it actually, because he's so close that he will get to full at the beginning of the next battle now. Om nom nom. Great. So, sack or occupy, sack or occupy. That is the decision. I mean, I could raise it too, but I don't feel like raising achieves a lot. Oh, that's really good. Grabbing 2,000 gold helps pay for my expensive heroes I'm about to pick up. So, 13% replenishment and another 1,600 gold. I'm gonna sack it. I want the gold, and the replenishment isn't bad. Obviously, they get their garrison back, but oh, I'm still torn. Yeah, this is more cautious, I think. I'm not sure how strong that Varg army is. I might not actually want to fight it here. Let's take the replenishment, be a bit stronger, and have the option to back out a little. Okay, so he's dead. Plus 2 leadership when attacking, that's really good. Yeah.
I eat my enemies.
And do I have any information on this army? I do. Okay, good. Alright, very happy to see basic Marauders and Marauder Berserkers. That's fine. Less happy to see cavalry and chariots, but okay, this army doesn't look too scary.
Warlord.
I guess I can have sort of the best of both worlds and actually occupy this. Yeah. Okay, so I can go into raiding camp and get this much replenishment and save myself quite a lot of money. Maybe this raiding camp's fine. That also makes me stronger in case this army wants to launch the attack. But what am I doing if this army doesn't launch the attack?
Refused.
My ice age comes.
Hmm. Am I going to attack them next turn? I'm still concerned. Like 8 units in the garrison plus 15 here is 23. So even if quite a few are marauders, that could be a tough fight.
Crossbones.
Alright, we'll do this. I'll stay in raiding camp here. So raiding camp gives me decent melee defense and leadership buff. Obviously helps me keep my upkeep costs down, which is important. What do we want to do here now? So I guess I have a choice. I'm not going to prioritize recruit rank on all units. I would like to pick up that plus 10% casualty replenishment at some stage. Okay, upkeep down for all units in the army. That is important. We're not making enough money to sustain this army, especially when I add the heroes in. Yeah, this is kind of a funny skill. I probably will take it. We haven't been fighting that many battles. So for bronze and kind of silver tier experience units, this plus 150 experience per turn is significant. It will help the units rank up. I probably will grab this point and then start working on the red line and go for beast slayers here to improve missile strength for my javelin guys. Yeah. Okay, let's grab a natural healing. Maybe this isn't worth prioritizing right now. How much do I care about the discount? So let's see, so 15% from 3 points. Oh, that doesn't actually cut the upkeep. Okay. So that would save me something like 400 gold. I mean, if the plan is to just have a single army, and I'm not quite able to sustain it, except when I'm in a situation like this raiding. Well, I'm not going to be able to sustain it at all when the heroes are hired. Maybe what my plan should be is going for Beast Slayers first. There's also these abilities up here. Let's have a quick check of this. Okay, leadership, melee attack. So leadership and melee defense for the Fimir warriors. Melee attack and melee defense for the Norscan trolls, the nice trolls. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't think I want to put a point into this yet, though. Yeah, these are all worth getting, but I don't think they're better than the options at the bottom. Alright, let's make the army as strong as it can be, or get the replenishment point down. And we'll stay here in raiding camp stance. Okay, yeah. I think that decision makes sense. Yeah, no troops being recruited down there, that's still good. And over here, let's recruit my heroes. So we're going for... Yeah, we're not getting the strategist, we're getting the other two. And then we're getting both the fire guys.
Battle is foreseen.
Yeah, just have a double check of these traits, but I really don't think these other traits are good enough. I don't need both Shaman Sorcerers in the army. One could be a scout, in which case... Well, it doesn't matter then, I guess. Let's go for 2 fire guys. I'm not going to be able to recruit more sorcerers for a while, and if one dies, I want to have a fire spell caster. Like, the lower fire spells are just so much better than these other two. So despite the mediocre trait, let's go for that. Yeah, so now I'm losing 1,000 gold. Okay, and let's take the money and run. Actually 2,100 more, which is great. So it's going to take a while for these guys to trek across. Yeah, I have to decide which way around to go as well, because might have to just send them through territory where I've already encountered the factions. Yeah. Alright. So that's this taken care of. I'm still taxing it just for a little extra income. I'll abandon it. Do I get the money for selling the settlements and the money from abandoning? Let's see. I can't imagine... I don't want to wait until it's about to get attacked to do this, because then you miss out. Let's see if this works. Actually, hold on. I don't want to miss out on... Okay, yeah. Let's just see if this works. So I'll see how much gold I have next turn. It might get disrupted if I'm fighting a battle mid-turn, but... Alright, you know what? Let's try it. Yeah, I won't do that. Yeah, I won't abandon this turn. I'll just sell these 2 buildings. I have a feeling that you might not get the gold for selling the buildings if you abandon on the same turn. That's all I'm thinking. Anyway. So, solid encampment. Still something I can build in Altar Spawns. Altar Spawns is a kind of reasonably hard settlement for other people to attack if nobody else holds this, and if I deal with Surthrek here. But still, for now, I want to wait. I want to pull Surthrek down this way, even though that'll put a lot of military troops in the vicinity. Like that's still kind of better for me, I think. And just one more turn before population surplus. Okay, you know what? That's good. Let's demolish this, because I don't really need to prioritize growth after this. It's going to take ages to get this up to tier 3. So demolishing this will make another space for a building, and this actually will let me recruit. This will let me get. What would I want to get here at tier 3? Could allow me to actually start making some money from the slavers camp. Yeah, in any case, I don't think the growth building is really doing enough. Okay, I think that's everything. Quick check of enemies. No one new. World Walkers rank 2 in the world, my goodness.
A challenge?
Yeah, at least they have lots of other enemies too, but I think we're going to have to be dealing with Wolfig at some point. And Skaven... Okay, so the dwarves took a heavy loss. They lost more or less that full stack that they did have. So the Skaven look to be getting on top of them. Okay, that's fine. No one's taken Winter Spire yet. Yeah. See if the Varg attack is over the end turn. Yeah, nothing from the World Walkers. Nothing from Kislev. Didn't see any Crackerjack movements. Okay, the Varg are coming in, and they got that army up to a full stack. Okay, interesting. Well, I think I will stand and fight this. I think the leadership... Yeah, I think we've got a big old boost to leadership here and to melee defense from the raiding camp stance. I think it gives us the best chance to take these guys out. We'll also be able to avoid having to fight this army at the same time as the garrison, which is really good. But it's going to be a tough battle. They have a few missile cavalry units. That's not too big a deal, but their 3 chariot units could really make a mess of my marauders if I'm not careful. So this is going to be a tougher battle than a lot of what we've fought, I think. Fortunately, they don't have too many experienced chevrons. They're still just bronze 2 experience. Okay, I think I'll end this part of the series here and pick up this battle next time. So thank you very much as always for watching, and I will be back for part number 5.